Hey guys, this is 9odd, and today I'm taking a look at the Wave 2 Retro Headmaster Weirdwolf. This is a figure that I picked up pretty recently. I've had it for a couple days, and I noticed no one else has really reviewed the Wave 2 Retro Headmasters. You can see Wave 1 all over the place, which I do have all of Wave 1 as well. This is Weirdwolf. He's one of the Decepticons from said line, and if you're wondering what the differences are between this and the Titan's Return version, it's mostly paint as well as the Takara version of the head from Transformers Legends. So before we get into this guy, I'm going to set him off to the side real quick, and we're going to take a quick look at the box. You can see up here it says Headmaster Weirdwolf, which is kind of strange because he was called Wolfwire in Titan's Return. You can see he has this new G1 style artwork, and from what I've heard, these are the same artworks from their original boxes, but with the new Takara heads, the anime-inspired heads. You can see his Headmaster is called Monoxo, no longer a Titan Master, Headmaster. So at the top, classic style instructions. On the side, some pictures of Weirdwolf and Monoxo. Same pictures on the other side. On the back, got a cool picture of all the 1987 stuff. Fort Max, 8-Face up here, and all the different guys. Scorponok down there. Sorry, I'm not showing the... Hang on, let me see. There we go. And the Transformers in a world of constant change, blah, blah, blah. See Weirdwolf function tracker. My pleasure with my enemies, pain comes. And it says, cruel, vicious, but apparently built with a few wires crossed, talks to himself in a sing-song backward way. Destroy the Autobots, I shall. Says Weirdwolf. And I guess if you have one of those Earthrise red decoders, you could decode this like back in the 80s. I wasn't around back then, but, you know, that's what I hear. Anyways, pretty cool box. It's just a little plastic insert with some, not twist ties, but those little plastic things that you just snip and pulls right out. So that's it for the packaging. Really nice packaging, really classic. And we'll pan down and bring Weirdwolf back into frame. As far as accessories go, I want to get that out of the way. He has this gun up top, and this features the classic Titan Master function of being able to hold a Titan Master in the top, as well as having a couple pegs over here. So you can see he has a few 5mm ports here, same on the other side, and I think, no, not some on the back. But yeah, so he has a few on each side, so you can, you know, plug it in over here, plug it in back there, plug it in like this, whatever. But it also has these tabs on the top right here. He has some slots back on his rear, and you can just plug that in and it's set up like a cannon. I'm going to set this off to the side for a bit. He also has his tail. This is a sword in robot mode, but it completes out the wolf look. Moving into articulation and some details, you can see right here on the wolf head that the inside venting is silver, which is pretty cool, as well as the teeth and inside mouth are all painted silver. He has these nice red eyes as well. Some nice blues going on over here. I'm colorblind, so forgive me if I mess up anything. The retro detailing on his side, which really sucks because this collapses. You'll see it during transformation. This collapses in on itself and kind of covers that up, and that's a bit of a problem I have with the Wave 2 guys, and I'll talk about that when I get there. Some nice red paint on the rear going on with those fins. Some nice silver, and I think that's brown going on the back thigh. Really cool details with the kind of missile melee is up there. Nice red eyes. And overall, this kind of yellowy orange color all throughout. I believe that's what he's supposed to be. As far as articulation goes, he has a ball joint at the wolf head, so it can look up and down just a little bit, but if you untap it, he can look way more up. He also has the opening jaw, as you guys saw. He has ball joints at the shoulders, swivels at the arms, hinges at the elbows, and ball-jointed paws. And I will say something about all the Retro Headmasters is they are very well, like they're all put together really well. The QC on these guys is pretty good. I've only had one issue with one of them in the whole wave, in the whole line actually. He has ball-jointed hips on the rear, but they are hindered by this panel right here, which kind of moves, but you can dip that out of the way and you can get the full range of motion. He has hinges at the first knee. He has ball joints at the second knee, and then he has ball jointed ankles, which is really nice because these actually become his robot feet. So that's really cool. But yeah, that's it for articulation. He does have a waist right there, which is also really cool considering this figure is from like 2015, 2016. It's kind of jacked up now. So yeah, really cool, really well done, really well put together. For some comparisons, oh, I bumped my microphone. For comparisons in beast mode, here we have Earthrise Wheeljack. See, he's about the same length, but he's way bigger. And then we also have fellow Retro Headmaster Brainstorm. So, kind of turning Brainstorm. They're about, as you can see, for deluxes, they're about the same size. So, there we go. Brainstorm is my personal favorite from Wave 1. He's also my favorite one out of the whole Retro Headmasters line. So, I guess with all that said, let's take a quick look at his Headmaster. Canopy just opens up all the way, and boop! There is Monoxo, and get a quick look at him. See, he's kind of white with that blue. He has the red face on the back, and it's a much deeper red than it's coming off on camera. But yeah, pretty good details. I like the paint that they gave the heads on these Retro Headmasters, specifically on Highbrow. Highbrow's paint is real premium. But that's kind of it for him. His transformation, you know, articulation goes as the hinge, the other hinge, and the ball joints at the arms. They're really stiff. Oh, that looks like it's about to come off. Uh-oh. There we go. And he has the ball joint, little waggle at the head. And you just fold them in half, and he is Weirdwolf's head. So we'll set that off to the side as well. Oh, I guess I'll show you real quick. To fit him in the gun, you just slot him on in there, and he sits pretty nice, pretty fun. I actually really like Weirdwolf as well because you can fit the Titan Master in here, and then you can stick another Headmaster in here and stick it on top of the wolf. So it's like kind of the same reason I liked Wave 1 Hardhead, because you could put multiple Titan Masters onto one figure and have like, it just gives it more play value essentially, which I really like in a toy line. For transformation, I'm going to leave this up, and I'm going to click the head back into it. You want to start there, and then you want to straighten out the leg, bring this in. Now there's a tab right there. There's a slot on the bottom of the ankle right there, and you're going to want to pull this down and tab that in. There it goes. So that straightens out that. And now this flips out, and you can see there's a tab back there, kind of. There's a slot on the heel, and that tabs right in, so you can see that tabbed right there. And now the instructions tell you to flip it around and do that, so that would be the leg. I personally like the paw facing forward. I think it looks better, and I think it breaks up the yellow on the lower leg, although the blue foot does kind of help do that either way. But I like the paw, so that's what I'm going to leave. Same thing, I'm going to flip this out. And mine like to pop off my little hinges. I have a really bad habit, not bad habit, bad luck with that kind of thing. Same thing over there. Remove the tail. This will come back later. Bump the camera, whoops. And then you want to, we're going to do the torso. So there's a hinge right here. It's this 2 hinge right here, and you just want to, it's kind of scary. So you just want to bring him forward right there, pull it down. There's these tabs on each side right here. These slots right there. You want to just fold this. Oh wait, sorry, the slots right there. That's for beast mode. Those are the beast mode slots. Robot mode slots are up here. You can kind of barely see them. You want to just bring that in there and give it a nice push. It'll tab into place, and bring all this down along the back. And you can see the ears have a nice little spot to go right there, with the nose fitting into this little divot right there. So, boom, fit the wolf head right there. With that, you can stand him up and straighten out the arms. Flip the paws back there and give the arms a rotate right there. Same on the other side. And then right here, there's a little panel on the thing. You can see it has these little tabs on each side. Flip out the hands. They're a little hard to grab. Snap that in. And same. I might pop this off. It really likes to fly off on the other side. Boom. Bring that forward. Make sure it's all the way forward. Snap that down. And there, we have Weirdwolf for the most part in his robot mode. Last step is to grab Monoxo, fold them in half. There's the connector peg right there, and pop him on. And there we have Weirdwolf in robot mode. Very cool. I actually really like the way this robot looks. I like the big shoulder missile pods. I like that he actually kind of... Something I don't like about modern Transformers that I've noticed in their design is that they don't really use their alt mode to become a robot. This guy definitely feels like he legitimately transforms, especially that chest compression, and he still has a waist swivel. Like, that's really cool to me. Anyways, real quick, so we get to see the belly detail, nice Decepticon silverback symbol there. Now, I don't know if Toy Hacks, from what I can tell, Toy Hacks does the repro labels now. He has this panel on his chest right there, and it just comes down. This doesn't have to do with transformation or anything, it just comes down. I think Toy Hacks has a label that you stick right there, and it becomes like the old 80s Headmaster stats, but I'm unsure. Anyways, just bring him close real quick. See the nice little head sculpt there, and you can see all the little details kind of coming through. Nice yellow paint on the thighs, nice silver, very nice silver paint. I think I was wrong, I think this is blue, but like I said, I'm colorblind, so I can't really tell. Very nice silver details picked out on the shins there. And like I said, the only real bits of kibble he has is this wolf head. I don't really consider this kibble because it folds up really smooth. He has this wolf head and the wolf paws on the back of the arm, but they don't interfere because he doesn't have a wrist swivel. So, like I said, articulation, he has the typical ball joint at the head, so left, right, a little bit down, a little bit up, but you know, it's a Titan Master sculpt, so not very much articulation there. Ball joints at the shoulders, he has really good shoulder movement, so it go like that, up about that high, and like I said, out that far. Swivel at the elbow, and then bend at the elbow. No wrist articulation. Like I mentioned earlier, he has a waist swivel, if I can get to it. He has ball joints at the hips. They can go out that far, up that far, so all the way up, and back about that far. He has 90 degrees at the knees. Very nice. He has a knee swivel as well. Very nice. And he has something really cool for this era. He has ball jointed ankles, which really puts him ahead in terms of the other figures in the line. As far as accessories go, of course, he has his wolf's tail, which becomes a sword in this mode. Very cool. And as you can see, it has those 5mm pegs on each side, so you can even do kind of like if you slide it into his hand backwards, because he has those tabs on his leg, you could almost attach that to his shin, so that way he's like drawing it or whatever. But yeah, he has his wolf sword, and he has his giant oversized cannon for his robot mode, and he can either hold it like this, although mine has a bit of trouble holding it that way, so I usually just peg it in on that side tab and let him do that. He doesn't really have a good way to store either of these weapons in robot mode, so the best that you can do with this is kind of tab it in with the long peg on the shoulder and kind of just have it hanging there, kind of like Chrome Dome. So that's kind of unfortunate, but I usually display my figures with their weapons anyways, and since all the other Retro Headmasters have guns, I think it's nice that he has a gun. What I've noticed though is that they gave all the Decepticons melee weapons as well. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, let's do some comparisons. So starting off, we'll show him off with fellow Decepticons, Skull Cruncher. Let's see how he scales with Skull Cruncher. A little bit shorter. And other fellow Decepticon, Mindwipe. So there's the whole crew. Yeah, I know Apeface and Snapdragon are technically part of the crew, but whatever. There they all are, all three. Looking very nice in their super 80s colors of yellow, green, pink, and I think this is blue or purple. Crazy looking. Yeah. So there's that. There he looks with the rest of the wave. Give him a look with a more modern figure, such as Siege, Optimus Prime. Tilt the camera down a bit. And you can see how he scales with Siege Prime. So I actually think that's a pretty good scaling for that. And let's take a look at one of the Studio Series figures. Of course, show him off with Leader Class Grimlock. See how big Grimlock is comparatively. Which I know Grimlock shows up in the Headmasters, and Grimlock is supposed to be huge, so that's about right. But yeah, that is my look at the Retro Headmaster Weirdwolf. I do wish I had the old one to compare it to, but at the same time, kind of don't, because I don't like having two of the same figure. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any thoughts or comments, let me know in the comments below. and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.